1.16.2 has definitely come up with some changes to the game, and one of them includes that villagers will no longer get out of the minecart when they're zombified. Also, when they're converted back into villagers, they'll no longer get out of the minecart. So I've come up with this design to fix some of the problems that came up with the previous design that I made a video on. So this is the new 1.16.2 zombificator design for villagers, so that you can get really good rates from your villagers when you're trying to trade with them. So to show you how this thing works, let's go ahead and get a villager up here in a minecart. Obviously, you would have to get a track that gets him into the minecart and then up there. I'm just gonna show you like this for the purpose of this video, but he drops down and the zombie goes ahead and smacks him a couple times, turns him into a zombie villager. And then all you gotta do is press this button, send him over here, and now he's stuck over here, and you have to have this roof over him so he doesn't actually burn from the sunlight or from light above him. And then what you can do is you can throw a splash potion of weakness at him, give him a golden apple, and he's gonna convert back into a villager. And these iron bars next to him actually help speed up the process of him being converted back into a villager. Okay, cool. So this fix is pretty straightforward from the design that I previously made a video on. So let's go ahead and get into how to build this thing. I put a lot of time and effort into my videos, and I would really appreciate it if you left a subscribe. It's free, it takes about 2 seconds, and you can always unsubscribe later if you really want. Do you want to play on a Minecraft server with me and receive some other really cool benefits? Definitely consider becoming a Patreon today. You can learn more on the Patreon site, which is linked down below. Okay, so all of the materials that you're gonna need for this build are in here. So you can go ahead and pause the video and get all the materials together. I may also have something down in the pinned comment that has all the materials. So go ahead and look for the list there as well if you need the list in written form. But to start this thing off, we're gonna go ahead and make this platform. Now this is gonna be the platform that the villager is gonna ride along. And on this first block right here, that's where we're gonna have a powered rail, and then you're gonna have some normal rail, and then we're gonna have another powered rail right here. So that is where the zombie's actually gonna stop. I put a little bit further on that one, but I think that should be absolutely fine. Should also put a chest right here down and have all of the materials that we need to actually convert the zombie villager. And if you didn't know about this mechanic, you can convert zombie villagers back into villagers by throwing a splash potion of weakness on them and then feeding them a gold apple. So we're just gonna go ahead and put those materials in this chest just like that, so that when we're actually going to convert this guy, we'll have them right there. The hardest part is actually getting the zombie inside of the correct location. So if we just build this little containment cell for him and just build this up, and I'm just using spruce planks, but you can use whatever kind of building block you want. It doesn't have to be spruce planks. I just like using spruce planks because they're cheap. So build up a little cell. I like making mine 2 wide just like this, and then put in the trap door just like that, and that's going to be holding them in here. And the reason why I like making mine 2 wide just like this is so that we can make an easy way to actually trap the zombie in here. So go ahead and make a little area like this, build up the walls so he can't climb up on the walls, make an easy way to get up there. And I'm going to show you exactly how I would trap the zombie inside of here, because this is the hardest part of the whole design. Oh, hey there. Yeah, it's me, the guy making this video. This is a quick vibe check. Are you vibing? Let me know how hard you're vibing down in the comments below. And if you're vibing hard, make sure you leave a like and subscribe so that you can join the Dusty tribe. Cool, now that we're done vibing, let's get back into the video. Okay, so as you can see, I'm in survival right now, and that's so that zombies will follow me. And you're gonna wanna make sure that the zombie that you pick to be your employee can actually pick items up. So this one is gonna be perfect. Now that we know that this zombie will actually be able to pick stuff up, we can use this guy as the zombie that's gonna be our employee. And you're gonna wanna lure him up here into this trap that we made for him. You gotta be careful though, because they can hit you, and they hit kind of hard sometimes. Open up the traps, come on, and then he'll just walk right in. Once you actually get him in here, he won't be able to get out. He's gonna hop around a lot, but we do need to put a roof over the top. So once you put a roof over his head, you're gonna wanna lure him to the front part of this area and then put a block behind him. And once we get him in the right place, we can start taking out all these blocks that we don't need and just have all the blocks there that are actually trapping him inside. Make sure you don't get rid of the roof, because you get rid of the roof, he will be able to get out of here. So once you get rid of all of the areas, it should just be like this one little single cell that's holding our little zombie friend inside of there. Now he's going to be employed as our zombifier for the rest of his life. So since he is our employee, you need to give him some good gear and go ahead and toss him a sword or something that he can kill villagers with. Okay, great. So now you have your zombie in here. He's fully employed, and he is going to be your zombifying zombie that's going to zombify all of the villagers. So that's great. And when you do this part, when you actually work with him outside, it's going to have to be night. I think I forgot to mention that, and that's so that the sun doesn't come down and actually burn and kill the zombie, because you don't want to kill your employees. You want to make sure that they're in good health to make sure that they have the most amount of productivity. Once we have our employee in place, what we're going to want to do is build a block behind this power rail right here, and then also a block in front. The block in front is where we're going to have our button, and that's what's going to launch our zombie villagers across as soon as they get converted. We're also going to want a button on this power rail as well, so that we can send our villagers off after they have been converted. We're also going to want to surround these guys with iron bars. This helps them convert a little bit faster than if there wasn't iron bars around them. So go ahead and put iron bars on both sides of them just so that we can speed up the process a little bit. We're also going to need to put a roof over the top of this area, because this is where the zombie villager is going to be, and zombie villagers will burn under the sun if they don't have a roof over their head. So make sure it's either like in a cave or just put some roofs over them. Now we can make the ramp that actually leads up to the drop here where they drop in front. So all you need to do is have some sort of bridge here. And I mean, if you're gonna get the villagers off the ground over here and lead them up, you're gonna have to make a staircase like this, and then have some power rail that actually goes up this ramp and gets them on top of here. So once you have all of that in place, you are going to need something to actually power those rails. So you can either use a block of redstone like I used in the previous design. You can just replace one of these blocks with a block of redstone. Or you can go ahead and just put a switch on the side and turn the switch on, and it'll power all the power rail. Once you have all of that in place, you are going to need a roof over the top of this spot right here. So go ahead and make a roof over the top of this spot. Make sure there's enough room to where the villagers will actually be able to come in here and fall without actually taking any damage, suffocation damage, from being in this block. Cool, so this design is all done. All we need to do is test it to make sure it is working properly. So if we get a villager in there, throw him in front of our zombifying zombie, then now he's a zombified villager. He's not burning up, which is good. We can send him across. He's stuck here. Now this is when we can throw the splash potion of weakness at him and also feed an apple at him. We can also feed him a golden apple, make sure he converts back into a villager, and then once he does, we can just press his button again and send him on his way. All right, cool. Well, this fix was pretty straightforward. I hope you enjoyed the video, and bye.